Hello and welcome everyone to this morning market report brought to you on behalf of CommunityFT. So before we launch into this, everyone, if we can all take a quick risk warning. So if we can familiarise ourselves with the information in front, engage as much as is possible so that hereafter any decisions you do make in your trading are of a fully informed nature. So on the cards for us this morning, fellow members, let's take a look at some economies, the well-being or strength of those economies represented by the currency pair in which they fall. Let's also take a look then at energy. We'll have a look at the recent downtrend established in crude oil. So let's switch to the platform for a more detailed inspection. In front of us, everyone, we're looking at the daily chart of euro versus sterling, and I have this analysed from another presentation, but let me remove this and let's go through this in full detail. Can everybody see what's happening here, guys? Can you see what's happening here? We see overall the sterling has strengthened against the euro and the euro has weakened against the sterling. And lately that's of particular interest, and particularly today. And today, everyone, what's being released is the official bank rate for the sterling or the sterling currency or that particular bank. Now, that's of interest and it's important because that's the paramount factor in settling or deciding currency valuation. So depending on where those figures are today, there might be a lot of volatility in that market. But what about the technical analyst, and what would the technical analyst see? Well, let's have a look at that and let's see if we can notice or establish any particular patterns here. So if we look at the particular trend line I've just drawn and now add another line just here, it seems that we're actually in a descending triangle. And a descending triangle effectively is the following. The low prices, or the high prices I should say, are moving downward with the same gradient. And that's coupled, if you will, with support. And then the price, it's almost tapering inward to this apex just here. And tension usually arises in the market at that point, because should the high prices stop following that gradient and break out this way, it could be an opportunity for perhaps scalping opportunities if the market is ranging, or depending on some other indicators, and perhaps we could use the 100-day exponential moving average here. If the price breaches that along with the diagonal, that could be a signal for some long opportunities or another trend. Similarly then, the support point, if that's breached and established as then resistance, we could look for possible short opportunities. Furthermore, when it comes to this particular chart and looking for intraday opportunities, we could use a stochastic oscillator to help us look for some of those opportunities also. Let's move on and take a look now at crude oil. So there's a difference here, if you will, with regard to the relationship crude oil has with its 100-day exponential moving average, in that it's a lot more accurate with regard to signaling breakouts. And that's of particular accuracy just around this region here also, and now of course of late this region here. But what about deciding when those exits are actually finished? Well, for helping us do that and look for, those entries I should say, and to help us look for exit points for the same, we could switch our attention to the stochastic oscillator. Now currently that oscillator is signaling an oversold position, meaning there's a reversal on the cards. But we notice that that's actually been quite inaccurate over the last given period of time. So what we might do is look to the 55-day exponential commodity channel index. And should that then fall back into the ranging zone, that could be a signal of when to exit and when of course that trend is finished. Furthermore then, if it was to surpass the commodity channel index, that is, if it was to surpass the zero level and then go right back up toward the positive, that could be a signal of a new trend in the long direction. So we hope this has been of help, everyone. If there's any further questions, do not hesitate to get in touch. We welcome all inquiries. Have a great day, and as we say here, keep learning, and we'll see you tomorrow.